Sunday is all for shizzle, this soul. We got an excellent show here today. Today is one of them shows. White people, y'all want to pay attention to this. Some of y'all black people need to pay. Everybody needs to pay attention to this. If y'all have seen in recent, I don't know if y'all keep up with international news, the guy from Germany, whatever his name is, not Schultz, but uh, Mertz, Chancellor Mertz, made a comment about Sergey Lavrov saying, "Oh, Sergey Lavrov has been here. What's going on, Fox? Been here since the days of Jesus Christ." Sergey Lavrov been here since. So basically, he was hating and saying he was old. Let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. They're hating on Sergey Lavrov's wisdom and knowledge. Like you can't outsmart this man. This man is like, and when because the media, they want to try to isolate Putin. And when you got somebody like Sergey Lavrov that comes along, it's like you cannot match this man's wisdom. This man is so wise, and they hate it. They hate his wisdom, but what more do they? What do they hate more about Sergey Lavrov other than his wisdom and his knowledge? They hate his swag. They hate that black people, we love some swag. We love some coolness. Not saying that white people that y'all don't love it too, but what I'm saying is that Sergey Lavrov, I don't know if y'all recognize, because the man is neither black nor white. Some people might argue and say, oh, he's a white person. And it's like, no, no, he's like, I'm not sure about I'm not sure about his race. I'm assuming he's more Mediterranean, Russian agent. I'm not sure, but Sergey Lavrov has soul. He's he has been to enough black cookouts where he has um, he has absorbed the swag and soul, the code that black people operate on, and this is why black people love Sergey Lavrov. When they start listening to him, they like, oh, that's a brother right there. And this is what the Western media and people in Europe, not all Europeans, but people in Europe are kind of hating on this. They're hating on this. They're hating on his appeal to the African nations, and when black people are getting involved in it, they're like taking a look like, oh, this brother's cool right here. And that's what Sergey Lavrov possesses. He possesses more swag than a Barack Obama. We know Barack Obama doesn't have that anymore. The Democrats are trying to produce. They're failing, obviously, with your Jasmine Crockett, with your Corey Hain or Corey Booker, whatever. Uh, they got all these cornballs. They have as black people trying to be cool and ooh, he got swag, and the Democratic Party cannot produce that. Um, they cannot produce that, and the media needs some type of cool guy, some kind of cool guy, and to automatically when people try to associate a cool side, and I'm just speaking about the Democrats, and I'm saying to everybody, they need somebody black to represent this coolness. And so when you got in Europe, they're trying to do it too, because Europe's to the far left, and they're trying to create this. Like I said, they're failing with Cory Booker and Hakeem Jeffries. Cory Booker and Hakeem Jeffries are like two of the corniest dudes ever. Like Hakeem Jeffries, he tries to mimic Barack Obama, but he didn't get the memo that Barack Obama ain't cool no more. Remember when Barack Obama was like, the brothers? See, I'm going to need the brothers. See, they tried to reproduce that, and that's not working. Sergey Lavrov shows that he just naturally has that it factor, and this is why they hate on him. And being that he's part of Putin's administration doesn't make any better as far as they see it. And so they have to double down on a demonization of Russia. They have to double down because once you see Sergey Lavrov talk and speak, it's like, oh, this guy's talking with some sense. He's talking with that grandpa sense, the grandpa that the sober grandpa. I ain't talking about the drunk grandpa, the drunk uncle, the drunk father, whatever. We talking about the sober patriarchy in the family. That's what Sergey Lavrov represents. He represents that father figure, represents whatever you want to call it. And again, shout out to MD. We watched. I'll never forget this. We watched Sergey Lavrov because before I seen this one video, he was always just stone faced, mean and mean mugging. This was Sergey Lavrov. There were some Africans that came in and tapped him on the back. He was like, and hugging him, and he just showed a real human side, a soul brother side. And it's like, damn, that dude is cool as hell. And the Africans, they embraced him, and we were like, oh man. And I was thinking to myself, man, it's been, and I know me and MD, we joked about it. We said, man, Sergey Lavrov, he done been to the cookouts. He been to the black cookouts. And it don't matter whether you African American, Jamaican, Haitian, Nigerian. We all have cookouts. We all have cookouts. We all have cookouts. Let's get that straight. We all have the cookouts. And at the cookouts, we show our more human side. We're not at work. We're not, we're relaxing. It's a cookout. That's what it is. It's a cookout. Okay, we're relaxing. And so Sergey Lavrov expressed that whole human side. And when you express that whole human side, that real side, that just, I'm going to let my tie down, kind of swag, it allows people to see your charisma. Your charisma really stands out. It shows that you're really charismatic person. Because, like I said, they shown the clips that I've seen of Sergey Lavrov always stone faced and mean mugging. So when they show that side of him, I'm like, oh yeah, this is a cool brother right here. Not to mention, he is on TikTok and he was wearing a Basquiat T-shirt. For those of y'all who don't know who Basquiat was an artist during the 80s. During the Andy Warhol, I mean, a lot of y'all might be too young to remember Andy Warhol, but Andy Warhol kind of took Basquiat under his wings. I believe Basquiat was from, I think he was Haitian brother. But anywho, for those of y'all that know who Basquiat is, that's on a whole nother level, seeing Sergey Lavrov with a Basquiat t-shirt. If you still don't know who Basquiat is, a lot of y'all know who Jay-Z is. Okay, so Jay-Z, if you follow Jay-Z from the beginning, press a 1 in the chat if y'all seen the transformation of Jay-Z. I'm going to show y'all something real quick. If you've seen Jay-Z, remember Jay-Z, he had short hair, real clean cut. Later on through the years, he began to grow, he go into freeform hairstyle. Freeform locks. Okay, freeform locks. This is when you just let it, you don't twist it, you just let it grow natural and wild. Jay-Z was inspired by Basquiat. Basquiat, that was his hairstyle. He just let it free flow. Again, he was an artist, and so he was allowed to, like I said, because Andy Warhol was one of the richest artists in the world. Basquiat was able to go under his wing and be an artist and not have to worry about a 9-to-5, not have to worry about rents. Whatever Basquiat needed, Andy Warhol provided. Do y'all follow me so far? Basquiat was able to live in an artist's dream, meaning he's able to create whatever and not worry about the, like I said, the normal stuff that we are worried about: bills, job, go to work on time, getting on the bus, car. Being under the wing of one of the richest men, that being Andy Warhol, he was allowed to freely do what he do. So back to Sergey Lovroff. So Sergey Lovroff, um, let's just say he's well cultured into black culture, meaning, I mean, there's no really way to define black culture, because a person can say, well, it can go in, there's no one way to really define black culture. You got African American black culture, you got hip hop black culture, you got Jamaican culture, Haitian culture, Nigerian, then you got all through Africa. There's many different cultures. But what I'm saying is that I'm about to say Basquiat, Sergey Lavrov is knows the code of conduct, and how to act around, uh, how to blend in. I won't even say how to act. He just naturally knows how to blend in and be cool, and it's natural. And having this type of natural, um, by having this natural type of what's the word I'm looking for, y'all? What is the word? This natural. He just has a natural charisma that just works. Meaning, and he's in a position, like I said, he's one of the best international negotiators, one of the best spokesmen in the world, period. And this is why we have the hate. Um, I mean, if you were to rate his level of, from 1 to 10, 10 being the best, his level of charisma is just off the charts. If you rate it 1 from 10, he's a 12. And so a lot of your international dignitaries are real stiff, and they just, they don't. I don't know. It's hard to describe. It's really, he just has a natural charisma that's able to work. It just works. He just has a natural likeness about him, and this is what they don't like. You know, he's down to business, but at the same time, he's the type of guy you can sit down at a card table, play cards, and shoot the shit, and crack jokes, and just have a normal conversation with. He's a down to earth kind of guy. That's what a lot of people like about Trump. He's a down to earth, like to express himself kind of guy. And so same with Ibrahim Traore. And so yeah, Sergey Lavrov is just one of those guys, and it's because the news media, they want to paint Russia as this evil empire, and it's actually easy to do with Putin, but it's not easy to do with Sergey Lavrov. And this is why they tag Sergey Lavrov, because you can paint, and especially because Putin doesn't speak English, not that I know of. He might be able to speak. I've never heard him speak English, but what I'm saying is easy to paint and put horns on, devil horns, Lavrov. And they hate that because they disrupt the whole narrative of painting Russia as this evil empire. When we all look, I grew up in the 80s, so I know the propaganda of how they paint Russia as these evil barbarians and these, they're totalitarian society, and they paint everybody in Russia as being like Stalin. Every person is like Stalin. That's what they paint Russia to be. And so when you look at Sergey Lavrov, you're like, nah, I ain't buying it. Because, again, Sergey Lavrov is on social media, and he does little hints. And If you win the hearts and minds of black people, and it doesn't have to even be black people from America, but from anywhere, it's going to, it's like you dropping a puddle, like a pebble in the water, you know, that it spreads. That's how it is, man. If you're able to, I don't tap into the Nigerians, I don't Jamaicans, the African Americans, the Haitians, wherever there are large swell of black people. And this plays a very very important part because the Russians have gone into Africa and have developed personal relationships, not only on a business level but a personal level, meaning, um, sit down at the table and have dinner and let's go to the cookouts type of relationship, as opposed to France and the imperial powers, meaning we just gonna come to you, we're gonna do business, oh, we're gonna get your oil and we out. No, no, the Russians do a different type of have a different type of relationship. Oh, well, you guys don't have roads. You need help build roads. Oh, what about hospitals? And when they're doing all this, they're having sit downs and having dinner with the people. And by having sit downs and dinner with the people, it shows a sign of respect. Because let me tell you, from as a black vegan, let me tell you, people feel a way about food. And I'm not going to be preachy about food and all that. Y'all know where I stand with that, with the health. But I'm not here to talk about that today. What I'm saying is that people get offended if you don't eat the way they eat. And so by you sitting down with them, it shows a sign of respect. And that's why I joked about Sergey Lavrov going to the black cookouts. You get a lot of points for that. And when you go to the black cookouts, you're able to absorb the charisma, absorb the culture, because absorb some of the music, because we know really culture is based in food. And if people sit you down and they serve you a plate, they get offended if you don't accept their plates. Even if I go as a vegan and say, I just want your fruit, I just want your vegetables, they get, you don't want no meat? You don't want no meat? They get offended. And so, yeah, the food shows friendship. And a friend of mine, she told me that, yeah, the Russians understand this quite, yeah, they share this universal culture with African culture, with Asian culture, that, yeah, the Russians play a big part with the food. And so, yeah, they understand the exchange of food being a sign of friendship. And so, yeah, we're going to sit at the table with you. We're going to be at the barbecue. We're going to sit down. We're going to crack jokes. We're going to drink wine. We're going to have a good time. I think the Italians understand this too. But I say that to say this is that the Europeans, I don't think they do this. I don't think they have that type of rapport or relationship with the Africans. And this is why it was easy for Ibrahim Traore to kick the French out, because there's no connection. What does Fox say? Fox says the meal table is where all good conversations happen. Exactly. Putin speaks English. He just never does it in public. He speaks many languages. Okay, and okay, so okay, we got MD in the house, everybody. MD. So if he's not on camera talking English, it's easier to demonize him. That's the point I'm making. You can't do that with Sergey Lavrov. MD, they try to paint that picture with Sergey Lavrov on that. First of all, I know you saw. I don't even have to ask you if you seen that CBS interview that they did, and how that lady tried to trip up Sergey Lavrov. The brother came out in him. He's like, "Well, you just asked me that. Well, you." I mean, the soul brother, as our friend, what's his damn name, man? Oh, I forgot his name, man. He's here on YouTube, one of the YouTube elders. I forgot his damn name. And what is his name, the elder? Soul brother. Oh, what is his damn name? Hold on. And if y'all conversations happen, that's true. Okay, MD said that was the same summit where Prigozhin was posted up on the wall just before he died. Yeah, yeah, I know. Remember, he hugged that African lady at the St. Petersburg summit. That's exactly what I'm talking about, MD. His soul brother came out that day. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd never seen that before. When he did that, I said, oh, black people see that, they gonna be sold. They gonna be like, yo, leave Sergey Lavrov alone. And that's what America does want. America and American media doesn't want the black people over here seeing a Sergey Lavrov. They don't want us seeing that because it's hard to demonize Russia when you got a Sergey Lavrov in the mix, and this is why they hate Sergey Lavrov. Sergey Lavrov is cool, calm, and collective, but he lets you know he don't take no shit either. And he's cool about it. Every demeanor, even when he was a little defensive with the lady, he was cool. Look, lady, but I'm still cool. He was letting you know, she was interviewing, she's being all smirky and being, no offense to my white people, being extra white. Well, it says here, I mean, just trying to get under his skin. He's like, look, lady, I'm so cool. I'm Sergey Lavrov. What do you want to know? And he kept doing the pen to get subconsciously get on their nerves. I don't know if that's some type of KGB old school thing, but he kept. I don't know if that was his nerves, but it was getting on her nerves. Even though he was getting bothered by her, he was cool. Well, you just asked me the question. What do you want to know? I mean, he was just, and he got that from the cookouts. He got all that coolness from the cookouts. This is what America, France, America, well, I'm going to leave Donald Trump out. I'm going to leave America out. I ain't going to even attack America. This is what your Macron, he's out of tune when it comes to black. He's out of tune. Chancellor Schultz or Mertz. No, Chancellor Mertz. I keep saying Schultz, oh God. Chancellor Mertz. Stromer, he's a goddamn square peg, got a goddamn stick up his booty. These are all stick up the booty type of dudes. And they hate on Sergey Lavrov because Sergey Lavrov is not a stick in the booty type of dude. I don't put Trump in this because I'll put Biden in this. Biden's a stick in the booty type of dude. He try to be cool, but he be screwing up. I guess because he's with dementia. I only say Trump gets a pass because Trump has been hanging around with Al Sharpton. Remember when Trump was cool with the bourgeoisie blacks? MD remembers when Trump was cool with, y'all remember when Trump was cool with Oprah Winfrey? So he was getting some of that swag. That's why I said Trump kind of knows it, but I don't think Trump is on the level of Sergey Lavrov cool. Trump is cool now. Trump is cool. He's cool. In fact, remember when they took his mugshot, it backfired. It had a Streisand effect. It had the reverse of what they wanted. They wanted the whole. Again, white people don't get offended. They wanted that. Oh, he's a convicted felon. Oh, and you got black people with that same whitewash mentality. He's a convicted felon. Oh. And the brothers and sisters was like, oh, they doing my boy Trump wrong. You have people posting videos from the straight hood saying, oh no, that's my dog. Oh, I remember they did me like that. We had this conversation before, and this relates to Sergey Lavrov. This relates to Sergey Lavrov because they're trying to demonize, and it's having a reversed effect because we've already seen Sergey Lavrov be cool with the black folks. And once you get in with the black folks, it's hard to reverse that. It's hard to reverse that because black people be like, nah. And I don't care if you're from Jamaica. You know, and I don't care if you're FBA, you know, full-blooded Black American or Jamaican or Haitian or Nigerian. We all got the swag. That's one thing I can't take away from other black people. We all got the swag. Only the Karen had a problem with the mug shots. The Karens, right, Tina? That is true. That is true. Only the Karens had a problem with it, and they were pretending like, oh my gosh, Trump is a convicted felon. Oh my gosh, he's a convicted felon. He's a convicted felon. And the brothers was like, and the sisters was like, oh, I remember when they tried to do me like that, or they tried to do such and such like that. Oh, this is familiar. I know this. I know this. This looks familiar. Black people were like, oh, this is familiar. So when Sergey Lovroff was at the cookout, like I said, it wasn't even at a cookout. It was at an event. And he was all, doing the Sergey Lovroff. These African women tapped him on the shoulder. Hey! He said, oh, my sister. Oh, and me and MP were like, oh, shit. He passes the code of conduct. He's just naturally doing the brother thing. That's a brother right there. He knows the code of conduct amongst the black people. He's been to the cookouts. And so when you've been to the cookouts, black people universally know when you've been to the cookouts. When I say the cookout, there's a lot of involved in the cookout. Okay, first of all, now I'm gonna give white people a little secret. I'm gonna give y'all a little secret, okay? It's because y'all my subscribers, and y'all can share this if y'all want. This is free. But let me tell y'all a secret. Black people will accept y'all, meat eaters, before they accept me as a black vegan. If you go to the cookout, and as long as you eat their burger, whatever they're cooking, you get the hug, you're accepted. Because food is the culture. I go up in there and be like, no, man, I'm a vegan. They go, what? You a what? Let's not talk about the vegan thing, because I know there's meat eaters. All y'all meat eaters, so we're not gonna even go there. But the point I'm making is that Sergey Lovroff knows the code of conduct, and you cannot demonize him with no black people anywhere. Anywhere. You cannot. You cannot put the horns on them. Now again, MD says that Putin does speak English. Okay. I just never seen him speak English. And when you don't speak English, it's harder to demonize a person when they don't speak English. Like, I never saw Kim Jong-un speak English. But guess what? He was like, oh, that's Dennis Rodman. Oh, tell him to come here. Dennis Rodman. And Dennis Rodman, y'all know he smoked weed, right? That's why I don't get hard on Brittany Griner. Dennis Rodman is a type of dude, he'll go anywhere and he'll take his stash with him. So when the damn police came up to him, Dennis Rodman's like, oh shit, I'm in trouble. Oh shit, 'cause I've been smoking weed too. Oh man, I'm about to go to jail. No. The president wants to see you. He wants to see me? So yeah, sat next to Kim Jong-un, he got points for that. I don't care what anybody says about Kim Jong-un. When you get points with black people, you're good. You're good universally, most of the time. So when Sergey Lovroff got up there and hugged the sister, and he was in his most natural state, like, they took the cold, like I said, every time I seen Sergey Lovroff, he was just cold stare, mean mugging. They took all that away. It was like, oh, you can't demonize Sergey Lovroff. The brother's cool. He gets points. So NATO, mainstream media, what's going on, Chubbs? Everybody who tries to demonize Sergey Lovroff, it's not going to work, and that's why they have to call him, oh, he's so old. He was around since the days of Jesus. You got to crack jokes ad hominems, right? Because that's all you can do, because you cannot demonize Sergey Lovroff because he has black approval. Okay, well, MD don't like the word black, but you know what I'm saying. Black, African, whatever you want to call us, people of color, whatever it is, MD, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, MD. There's a code of conduct. And if we accept you, even if we don't even like the Nigerians or the Jamaicans, but as long as they accept them, we'll accept them. It's just a new universal thing. Oh, that we may not even, black people may not even like Nigerians or Jamaicans, but you better treat the Nigerians and Jamaican good. Does that make any sense? I think most people can relate to that because a lot of white Americans don't like Europeans and vice versa. But we better not do any harm to the white people here because the white people in Europe and South Africa will feel a type of way. So it's a, it's a common sense, common courtesy type of thing. You know, you don't do people wrong, even though people may not say, "Oh, it's not about race." But if, like the thing in South Africa, Trump used another African guy, some socialist guy, and he was like, "Oh, we're gonna kick all the white farmers out." And Trump, and I'm not gonna say Trump was right or wrong in that, but Trump was like, "Yo, you got to do something about your boy," and they kind of, it was, South Africa has this history of apartheid, and then the black and white thing. So there's a lot of history there. But what I'm saying, we got a lot of history here. All over the world, even in England, all over the world, there's history where black and white people have to live together, and we have good and we have bad relationships, and we have, it is what it is. But what I'm saying is that Sergey Lavrov, it's not gonna translate demonizing him amongst black people. I'm just trying to give the heads up to the Europeans, man. Like Chancellor Merz, Chancellor Merz, Starmer, Macron. I'm trying to give y'all game. Y'all trying to demonize Russia, and as long as we got Sergey Lavrov up in the mix, you ain't no demonize him. You can forget that. You can forget that. Forget it, forget it, forget it, forget it. The brother is too cool. And I said it, the brother. He's one of ours. I don't know what, I think, I don't even know, I don't care. He's one of ours. Sergey Lavrov is one of my people. See how that works? Just like the Africans, yeah, they're my people now. No, when it comes to the deportation, no, y'all got to leave America, but I still love y'all, but y'all got to leave. Y'all got to go. Jamaicans, Haitians, Africans, y'all got to go. But I still love y'all, though, and I don't want nobody doing y'all wrong. And this is why I can relate to Ibrahim Traore. Like, yeah, Ibrahim Traore, he's doing his thing, and I'm rooting for him. But I live over here. So yeah, I'm America first, but I will say, Trump, don't do goddamn Ibrahim Traore wrong. Don't do goddamn Putin wrong. Don't do these people wrong. Just be straight up with them. That's all I'm telling Trump. Don't run game on Russians. Don't do that. Don't run game on Ibrahim Traore. Africa, the continent, is behind Ibrahim Traore. They're behind him. It is what it is. But I say that to say this is that Ibrahim Traore and Sergey Lavrov, it plays a big part. And I think before Ibrahim Traore had a relationship with Putin, he had a relationship with Sergey Lavrov first. And even, I'm going to surprise y'all. I'm going to surprise y'all. It may not be a surprise to MD, though, but I'm going to surprise y'all. When I first saw Penny Bergosian, I thought he was a straight-up racist. Turns out he has that charm, too, in Africa and amongst black people. Penny Bergosian, yeah. Mr. Wagner, Mr. Goddamn, Mr. Bloodbath in Bakhmut. I thought, this skinhead white dude, I said, oh, he's a racist. He's a monster. Turns out he's at the damn cookouts. I'll say, oh man, Penny Bergosian's cool as hell. Y'all see how that works? Before I saw Penny Bergosian at the cookout along with Sergey Lavrov, I had a preconceived notion that Penny Bergosian was the devil himself. especially when I heard about some of the executions that he was. Hold on, y'all. This thing, hold on, it's overweight. It's overweight. Hold on. I got to get off the truck because it's overweight. So I have to take my body weight off. And yep, there we go. Hold on, y'all. 89s? Yes. Okay, y'all, sorry about that. I had to get out the truck and get off the scale, take my body weight off in order to pass because it was slightly overweight. So by me getting off the scale, tipped the balance. So I ain't got to go back because, oh shit, what the hell? Air leak. Oh, there, air leak. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. So where was I at? I was at, yeah. Okay, so let me tell you how I preconceived Penny Boghossian as this monster. Until I saw Penny Boghossian amongst the Africans just chilling. Even, I'm going to go as far as to say, goddamn, Penny Boghossian was a soul brother. And that's why MD felt away, type of way, when his plane was shot down. Because he was like, damn, he saw the same thing I saw. Oh, he's cool with black people. Oh, he's one of us. Oh, he's one of us. Oh, he's got that swag too. Oh man, Penny Boghossian, and Penny Boghossian is white as white can be. Skinhead white. Like you look at him, you're like, oh, he's a white supremacist. When you look at Penny Boghossian, because again, I prejudge Penny Boghossian. But going to the black cookouts dissipates all that. Am I right, MD? Oh, Agent Orange the trucker. He said tricks of the trade. Yeah. You got to get off that scale, bro. Got to get off that scale. Yeah, tricks of the trade. Yeah. I'm a vet, man. I'm a vet. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm sure you've been doing this for a long time, Agent Orange. Yeah, it's one of the tricks of the trades. So yeah, I get paid by the ton. So, and I just lifted up my bed. That's to bury my load from the DOT. Um, little side note. Little side note. In all my years of trucking, I met me a guy pulled me over, right? DOT. He had a big "I love Jesus" mug, and I don't know, he was just a friendly dude. He was just friendly as hell. And then in my 52 years of missing, when I get pulled over, it ain't often that I meet a goddamn police officer that's willing to talk. This guy wanted to talk. Come down, find out he was a Trump supporter. Oh, you support Trump? And he was just, his whole demeanor, he was just, yeah, cool dude anyway. But he taught me the tricks of the trade on how to bury loads and what DOT looks for. He gave me everything. He broke down everything. All because I told him I was a Trump supporter. I'm a support Trump. He was like, here's what you need to do here. And you want me to buy you a drink? And I'm like, damn, dude, that's okay. Now you got to buy me a drink. So he wanted to buy me lunch. No, he wasn't gay because he said, I love Jesus. He was a Christian. He was, again, it's that code of conduct. He's one of ours. He's one of ours. So anyway, I wanted to share that. Well, yeah, just trucking the trade. So like I said, in all my years of trucking, I had one DOT officer pull me over and give me the whole game. So yeah, gave me some wisdom. But I say that to say this. Yeah, Penny Boghossian, when I first saw him, and this was pre-black cookouts with the Africans, I thought he was the most racist. Like, if they would have demonized Penny Boghossian, I would have believed it, because he was. Now, that doesn't take away from the atrocities that he committed against the Ukrainian soldiers. But he's old school. He's like, there are no rules in war, and he's a mercenary. And so that's a whole nother thing. Me and MD, we done videos on that, but yeah, we become a mercenary, and this is why Shoigu wanted to reform Wagner and absorb into the Red Army, because they like, yeah, no, y'all are too brutal. You guys are too brutal. Okay. Tina said, I'm excited to meet a fellow Trump supporter in the wild. Yeah, me too, Tina. Me too. I'm Yeah, me too. I love being another Trump supporter. So especially when it's a police officer that pulls you over. I get, oh shit. And I wasn't even thinking. I'm like, oh man, I'm getting pulled over. Let me give out my, driver's license, registrations, all that. He's somehow, I don't know how damn Trump came up, but Trump came up and he's like, oh, you're a Trump supporter? Oh, wait. And he just, his whole, man, we were both like, damn. Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. He gave me everything that they look for, man. He revealed it all. He revealed all, everything that the damn DOT looked for. He taught me. He taught me like most of the tricks of the trade I learned from him. Like I said, how to bury my load. That's why when y'all see me lifting up the bed, it gets rid of the hump. When they load us, there's like a hump. They're trained to look for the hump. It's a flat hump. They drive right by you because if you go to court, they're gonna say, well, why did you? The judge will say, well, why did you pull him over? Oh, I assumed he was overloaded because there was a hump. And trucks are only supposed to be loaded 3/4 of the way. But if there's no hump, then they assume, okay, he's within 3/4 of the way being loaded. Because a lot of these people who load you here in Georgia, they don't give a damn. They'll load you down. They don't give two fucks about loading you down. So yeah, you have to be responsible for your load as a trucker and make sure they don't overload you. So just little tips for anybody getting involved in dump truck or just trucking in general. Well, just yeah, dump truck. I can only advise you on dump trucks. I don't know how over the road. If y'all want to do over the road, get in touch with MD or Agent Orange. But I just do local dump truck. This is my wheelhouse. I don't get involved in Class A. Not knocking Class A. Y'all make some serious damn money, but yeah, I don't. You know, just maneuvering this truck is enough for me. I can't do double trailers, and I just. Anywho, I'm sorry I went on a little tangent. I'm sorry. MD would say I'm babbling right now. But all I'm here to do, shout out to everybody in the chat, shout out to Tina, is that black people have a natural code of conduct. And if you're able to pass that code of conduct, which Trump has, and they're trying to revoke it, but it's too late, Oprah Winfrey. It's too late, Al Sharpton. He's already got the pass the code of conduct. Once you get your driver's license, your CDL for the code of conduct amongst black people, you good. And this is why you couldn't demonize Trump. Trump been had his CDL, code of conduct for black people. Yes, CDL. Code of conduct. I'm gonna have to get some abbreviation. Code of conduct. CCL, code of conduct. No, CCD. No. Anywho, there's a code of conduct. There's a commercial. There's a CDL for code of conduct amongst black people, and it's something you just have to, like I said, if you're amongst black people and you're able to, if you're a white person and you're able to go amongst the many black cookouts, that's where you get your CDL, your code of conduct. And Trump has done it. Penny Boghossian has done it. Sergey Lavrov has done it. And once they get their CDL, you cannot demonize these white folks. And again, I don't think Sergey Lavrov is white. I don't consider him white. I don't consider Stalin white. That's a whole nother video, y'all. But what I'm saying is, I mean, obviously Trump, he's white, right? But you can't demonize Trump. You can't demonize Sergey Lavrov. You can't. And as far as I know, even though Penny Boghossian did some bad things, the West still can't demonize him. Putin dealt with him, but that's a whole other story. You know, MD got on my case about that when the plane was shot down. I don't mean to laugh, y'all, but yeah, Moscow gave out this press like, oh, a grenade went off in the plane. And so I was just reporting that, and MD jumped down my throat like, no, black son, you know goddamn well that plane was shot down with Penny Boghossian, but that's between Penny Boghossian and Putin, because Penny Boghossian like nutted up. He nutted up, and he tried to march on goddamn the Moscow Palace, and you don't do that. And Penny Boghossian realized, oh shit, I messed up, and well, we all know how that turned out. But the point that I'm making is that Penny Boghossian had a past when he was alive. He was cool with the black folks. And so when white people are cool with the black folks, it's like you can't demonize them. You just can't demonize them. Do y'all really want me to go really back in time in history? John Brown. John Brown, y'all know what he did. You know, he went all up and down the Virginias and he was releasing slaves and all that. And even though the white folks were demonizing him, well, we gonna hang John Brown. He was a hero amongst black people. They sent this man to the gallows, and he was still cool. He was cool with us. And until white people understand that, then they're not gonna understand the code of conduct amongst black people. John Brown put in work, you know, and yeah, he did some atrocious things, but he got his black card. Does that make sense to y'all? I don't know if that's making sense to y'all. White people in the chat, please let me know if that makes sense to y'all. Tina, Fox, let me know. Let me know. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Because a lot of people in the white media, don't get it. They don't get it. It goes right over their heads. A lot of black people that work for CNN, it goes over their heads. And so that woman on CBS who tried to trip up Sergey Lovroff was having a very, very, very hard time. She tried. She tried, but she was too much in her whiteness. She was too much in her self-righteous whiteness, and you white people know what I'm talking about. She was in her snooty, booty whiteness, trying to discredit Sergey Lovroff, trying to trip him up, trying to make him look like, oh, he's a bad guy. And he's just like, yo, I'm too cool for you, sister. Sister, I'm too cool for you. I'm too cool. I got my black card. This is like Trump. Trump didn't have to say nothing. They took the mugshot, and black people like, no, free my nigga Trump. No, hell no. Free my nigga Trump. Let's see what Fox says. Let's see what Fox says. Fox said, let's see what Fox says. I mean, Cassius Clay literally became an unliked pistol duelist to save slaves and Buddy Lincoln into the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation. Good point, good point, good point. I'm glad you brought up Lincoln because as many times as people tried to demonize Lincoln, there were a lot of black people in that time, you don't ever hear about them, that like adored Lincoln and worshiped Lincoln. Like they thought, there's some books that will tell you they thought Lincoln was the second coming of Christ. I mean, imagine, if you were a black slave and Lincoln's talking about what he's talking about, yeah, you're like, oh, Lincoln, he's the one that's going to free. Yeah, you're so, I know that, when you read certain documentations, you can interpret how you want, but yeah, the way I read it, a lot of people during that time adored Lincoln so much that a lot of people were joining the army, armed forces. People say what they want, but yeah, the point I'm making, Fox, is yeah, a lot of black people love Lincoln in that time. This time too, but what I'm saying, they understood it because they lived in that time. We can look back and say what we want about Lincoln. You got a lot of black people armchair, oh, well, Lincoln should have did this and did that, but no, black people in that time, period, love Lincoln. Black people in that time love Lincoln. It is what it is, and it's documented. So, it's easier to critique Lincoln now in the 20th century when you aren't living back then, But but there's documents of people who, man, they love Lincoln, man. They love Lincoln. Let's just say they love Lincoln. It is what it is. But yeah, but they also love Penny Prigozhin. And it's not even a Lincoln situation with Penny. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, they love Penny Prigozhin, but they really love Sergey Lavrov. I don't think, and this is not a knock on Penny Prigozhin, I don't think Penny Prigozhin was as charismatic as Sergey Lavrov, but that's neither here or there. They both have their black cards. And so the media, they can try to demonize Sergey Lavrov. They try to demonize Trump. They tried hard. You know, he's a convicted felon. Oh, man, convicted felon. Trump's a convicted felon, but he already had his black card. So, good luck with that. Good luck with that. It's like, I mean, really, since the time of Malcolm, let me tell you a Malcolm X story. Since the time of Malcolm X was one of the first people to realize, and it's nothing changed. Listen to me very closely. Listen to me, and this is something, especially if you're going to do politics and come to this channel, this is something you got to know from Malcolm X. Malcolm X said, and this has been the way, it's been this way since the beginning of this country. White people are evenly divided amongst Democrats and Republicans. They're evenly, it's just the way it is. And black people, I'm quoting Malcolm X, are the determining factor. When we come out, we can make it either lean left or right. Left or right. Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, Donald Trump. Black people came out. Bill Clinton, we shifted the balance. Barack Obama, we shifted the balance. And Donald Trump, we shifted the balance. And with Donald Trump, we proved we can go right too, because both times with Clinton and Barack Obama, we went left because we thought, oh, we're supposed to be with the Democratic Party. And then Trump came along, we're like, oh, no, wait a minute, they trying to railroad Trump? Yo, I remember they tried to do that to me. Relatability, we shifted, and the news be like, oh my gosh, how could y'all vote for this racist? Really, racist? Oh, you're using that card? Don't you know you can get a black card too? So these people calling him a racist don't even know about the black card. Trump been had a black card. Just ask Oprah Winfrey. Just ask Al Sharpton. Don't ask Oprah Winfrey and Al Sharpton now. You got to go back in time about 20 years and ask Oprah Winfrey and Al Sharpton. They may not say it now, but 20 years ago, you go in a time machine, you go in a Doctor Who time machine, they'll say, oh no, Trump is good. Jesse Jackson, oh, especially Jesse Jackson, oh, Trump is good. He paid for my whole campaign. Oh no, Trump, you don't say nothing bad about Trump. Jesse Jackson, yeah. So, yeah, this black card is very important. And so, yeah, this is why they hate Sergey Lavrov. Sergey Lavrov not only has his black card, but he knows how to shoot the shit at the cookouts. Nah, no time machine today. Oh, oh gosh. I need a time machine. I need a time machine, Fox. Because there's some things that I need to purchase that I didn't purchase. There's certain purchases I need to go back and make. So yeah, I need a time machine. Because there's certain purchases, there's certain things I wasted money on that I shouldn't have wasted money on. So yeah, I need a time machine. But that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. But yeah, I don't want to take the attention off Sergey Lavrov. Yeah, Sergey Lavrov has a black card. Penny Prigozhin definitely has a black card. Had a black card. Just for the mere fact that Putin propped up Ibrahim Traore gives him a black card. We love how we're very observant when Ibrahim Traore is around Putin. We're very observant. Like we keep a close eye. All black people are zoomed in, whether we be African, Jamaicans, African Americans. When Putin is around to Ibrahim Traore, we're focused. That's just something that we do as black people. We zoom in and look at the whole interaction between the two. We're like, oh yeah, he's good. So I will say this: when they had the Russian Day Parade, I didn't really see any reaction between Ibrahim Traore and Xi Jinping. Even though I didn't see no reaction, I didn't see any interaction between Ibrahim Traore and Ibrahim. We've seen interaction between Kim Jong Un. I'm sorry. Let's back it up. Back it up. I'm talking too fast, y'all. Oh, I'm talking too fast. Even though I didn't see any interaction between Ibrahim Traore and Kim Jong Un. I did see reaction between Kim Jong Un and Dennis Rodman. So guess what? Guess what? You can't demonize Kim Jong Un. Do y'all see how that works? And I'm not only schooling white people, I'm schooling some of y'all black people too. Do y'all see how that works? Because somebody will come in here, oh, but Kim Jong Un, he's an evil, blah, blah, blah. But how did he treat Dennis Rodman like a damn king? Oh, but Putin, he's the funniest thing that I've ever heard, y'all. The funniest thing that I've ever heard. I got into it with somebody about, um, oh, why you supporting Putin? He's a murderer, and I'm like, oh, really? I was like, did Putin ever murder American journalist by the name of Pedro Gonzalez, who was from Burbank, California? Oh yeah, American citizen who died in a Ukrainian jail. Guess who was in a Russian jail and made it back in one piece? Brittany Grinder. Oh, you didn't have nothing to say. Yeah, I'm the right one. I'm the right one. And yeah, Brittany Grinder's a sister, a gay sister at that, who went over there with dreadlocks and was smoking weed in Russia. Like, what are you thinking? But hey, she made it back in one piece, unlike Pedro Gonzalez. So it's a double whammy. I'm looking at how you treat black people and how you treat Americans. That's a double whammy. So Brittany Griner, who was a sister and American citizen, made it out of Putin's goddamn Russia camp, but Pedro Gonzalez didn't make it out of Ukraine. So yeah, when you say Putin's a murderer, you might want to. You might not want to use that as what I'm trying to say. Don't use that with me, because I know all the ins and outs. I know all the ins and outs of both people, of both Putin and Vladimir Zelensky. So yeah, I'm not the one to try to ruffle up some emotions. But again, news media, cut it out. Cut it out, news media. Cut it out. Cut it out, y'all. Stop watching the fake news. And there's another reason why I don't watch the fake news. Cut it out. Cut it out. I only watched that interview because Sergrey Lovroff was on there, and he spanked that damn woman. He spanked that woman. That woman was like, well, I mean, just being a Karen. And Sergey Lavrov was like, chick, I'm too cool. I'm too cool for this. I'm too cool. You can't trip me up. I'm your daddy. I am your daddy. I am your daddy. You can't trip me up. I wear Basquiat t-shirts. I have many black friends. I have a black card. Just listen to the way I talk. And this is why they call him old, and oh, he's been around since the days of Jesus, because he's too cool. He's too cool. Remember that. Sergey Lavrov is too cool. You can't demonize him. And this is why I look at people sideways when they try to demonize Russia. You can't demonize Russia when you got Sergey Lavrov, and this is why they hate him. Shout out to Tina. Shout out to Fox. Shout out to Chubbs. Shout out to, yeah, okay. Invisible people voted. Chubbs, you already know. Trump needs to investigate that 2020. He needs to investigate that for real. Oh, Patriot. Hey, what's up, Tim? What's going on, man? Hey, Tim. It's a new channel, Tim? Let me give you a damn wrench, man. Tim must have got a new channel, man. Shout out to Tim. Oh, shit. Shout out to Tim. Chubbs is in the house. Fox, Chubbs, Agent Orange, Tim. Yeah, I didn't even see Tim come in, man. Of course, we got code of conduct license. Yeah, code of conduct license. Yeah. COCL. Code of conduct license. There we go. A COCDL. A COCL. Yeah, that's right. A COCDL. A COCL is just like a CDL. That's right, Fox. Tina's in the house, man. Tina. Shout out to Tina. Um, Shout out to Putin. I remember he hugged the African woman. Okay, y'all, let me get going. Let me go see what news is available. Yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to speak on them trying to demonize, saying, Sergrey Lovroff been here since the time of Jesus Christ. And I'm like, oh, y'all hating. And let me tell you why I ain't gonna work. That's why I made this video, so I can inform once again the white folks and the Europeans who don't know and who don't get it. I say most white Americans know this because we've lived amongst each other, but apparently those Europeans don't get it. They don't get it. They don't get it. So, white people here in the chat, y'all get it. White people in America, I think white people for the most, man, like I said, we share a common history with the Civil War, so we're different than Europe and Germany, England. We're different. South Africa, we're different. We have a more intertwined relationship. And yeah, so yeah, there are different types of codes of conduct. But let me just say this. Yeah, Sergey Lavrov is a natural. You can't demonize him. So stop it. Stop it. You're making yourself look silly. I'm talking about the mainstream media. With that being said, man, I'm out, y'all. Peace.